Hey guys, Nick Hurst here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Tamron 18-270 PZD Di2 lens. It's my lens. I've had it for 2.5 years now, so I'm more than qualified to talk about it. I'm not going to go talk about it from too much of a technical point of view, just going to walk through the lens, its features, and give you my thoughts really. Yeah, I mean, the first and main point is 18-270 in terms of zoom. Fantastic. I mean, this is a one lens does everything basically. So you've got everything from super wide 18mm all the way up to 270mm. Now, obviously this lens is designed for crop sensor cameras, so actually it's not 18mm, it's about 26 up to 270 would equate to about 400 at 1.5 times crop factor. I mean, it's not exactly 400, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's got good autofocusing. It makes a bit of a noise when you're actually focusing it. Let's try and get it to move about a bit. There you go. So you can hear it's not the quietest lens, but I will say this, it does focus very quickly, and once locked on, it's very, very quick indeed. I mean, we're focusing quite, you might not look at it on the camera, but it's quite dark here, and that's why it's hunting about a bit, but no, it's great. Focusing is very quick, although it does make a noise. In manual mode, you've got scale distancing on it, and it's very close from close to far, so you really can use it. Yeah, it's very nice. Downside is for accurate focusing, you've got to be really on it with your fingers, especially when you're right out at 270. It's got vibration control in it, built in. Sorry about this. It's got vibration control built in. I don't know if you can hear it, but it makes a slight humming noise when it's on. Only after you press the shutter for a couple of seconds. It's great at taking out vibrations. It really is, and it works particularly well in video mode. It's a 72mm front end, so it takes ginormous filters. The only downside to having a front end like this is that the filters are quite expensive, but still, you know, standard UV filter, which is pretty much all your average photographer is going to put on this, is probably only 20-30 quid, so it's not too bad. Just looking at the inside of it, it's got a metal connection on it, which is great. It's not like a nasty plastic one, so it can really take a bang. I mean, I've had this for 2.5 years now, and you can see there's not a mark on it. It really is built well, which is surprising actually, because a lot of the reviewers say it's built poorly, and to be honest with you, I think it's built brilliantly. A friend of mine's got the 18-200 Nikon, and yeah, it's smaller and it's lighter, but it doesn't feel better built. And with the twin stage, it folds down really small, even with that great zoom. It's very sharp. I mean, for kind of nature photography and shooting at the zoo, it's plenty sharp enough at the long end. At the wider end, it's very sharp as well, but you do suffer from a bit of barrel distortion. But then, to be honest with you, any lens under £800, you're going to be suffering from barrel distortion, because it's, you know, it's one of them things. But you can correct it in Photoshop, and the lens actually came with the corrections for Photoshop, so you just put the numbers in and boom, it corrects it dead straight. Yeah, I mean, it's a great lens. There is a downside, as there is of all these things, but this applies to pretty much most cheaper zoom lenses. It's a variable minimum or maximum aperture, 3.5 to 6.3, and what that means is when you're out of the 18mm end, it'll do 3.5, as you zoom in it'll go up to 6.3, but it stays at 3.5 all the way up to 100mm, so the first, all of that is basically 3.5. I think when you go up to 200 you're hitting about 5 f5, and then as you go up, literally that last tiny bit, you're moving up to 6.3. But good thing about that is that when you're shooting at 270mm, you actually got a little bit of depth of field. I've never noticed a problem in low light really with it. Yeah, that's about it really, guys. One more thing to cover. Did come with a petal sun hood. It's very useful because obviously when you're at the wide end, if you use a conventional hood like that, you will see that. So yeah, you don't get that with that, and it also came with nice cover. which is nice. It's like a nice clip-on one, no screwing in rubbish involved. It's a great lens, and I will recommend it. I'll try to include some still photos that I've taken with the lens, but for the money, I think it's about £320 at the moment. You will not be disappointed. I know there's a newer version out. Like I said, the front end is slightly shorter. I also hear that the focusing's better on the new one, but apparently the glass in this one, which is the Di2, is better than the new one. Apparently it's sharper. But again, like I say, focusing's a bit louder, that kind of thing. So pros and cons, but either lens I think you'll be getting a great deal, and I don't think it's as bad as the reviewers make it out to be. In fact, I think it's very good, and it will meet probably 90% of photographers' needs. Cheers for watching.